Hi there, my name is Erica. I'm going to show you a short little sequence of exercises for your wrists that you can do every day. Nice and short, super easy. We're going to be seated on the floor for this, ideally sitting on your knees with your heels together. If it's uncomfortable to do that, you can use a block. Just place it between your feet and sit on the block to give you a bit of height. Or you can put the block right between the thighs and the calves. Some people like to sit like that. If it's too much pressure on the knees, you can bring your knees apart, or if you don't like that at all, you can always sit in cross-legged, sitting on the block. But I'm going to sit on my knees. And we're going to start with bringing the hands to heart center, palm against palm, pressing firmly in. Elbows are nice and high, shoulders are relaxed, and the wrists are in line with the elbows. We're going to tuck the chin slightly and press into the back of the skull, as if we're trying to press our head into an imaginary wall behind us. And then we're just going to slide the elbow over to one side, keeping that really strong pressing, rooting into the back of the skull. If you let that active press into the back of the skull go, and then you engage it again, you might notice a bit of a difference in the stretch. And then with the next inhale, we're going to inhale to center, and then exhale over to the other side. So you want to be pressing both hands really strongly into each other, and pressing both arms over to the one side. Trying to keep the elbows and the wrists in line. Try to not twist, especially through the shoulder, as we're sliding the arms over. And then we're going to inhale to center, sliding over to the other side as if we're on a shelf or a piece of glass, keeping everything level, rooting into the back of the skull. Inhaling back to center, and then pressing over to the other side. And then we're going to come back to center. We're going to release that a little bit. Then we're going to flip the hands so that their backs of the hands are together. Wrists are nice and high. Elbows are sagging down to change the angle of the stretch. And then we're going to spread our fingers wide so the hands are nice and active. And we're just going to make circles, trying to keep the hands touching the whole time. And then you can start to exaggerate this, get the elbows into some nice circles, moving into the elbows, into the shoulders, trying to keep the shoulders relaxed, not coming up around the ears. And then we're going to go in the opposite direction. The fingers are still spreading wide. And just noticing if there's one hand, one wrist, one side that's more active here or more activated, more sore than the other. If there's one area, if it's more on this side of the hand or this side, just noticing that. And again, the elbows come into the circles as well. Spine is nice and tall. And then we're going to release that. We're going to bring the knees apart a little bit. Turn the palms so they're facing away from us. Bring the fingertips down and slowly lower the hands down as much as you can. The closer you are to your body, the easier this is. And once you have a nice spot here, just take a look at your wrist. Make sure the wrist crease is parallel to the front edge of the mat and it's not slanting either out or in. So the wrists are nice and even and parallel. And then you can start rocking side to side to get into all the little nooks and crannies. And you'll find those areas that have more sensation, but since you're moving, you don't have to stay there for too long. And then you can either stay here, or if you want to deepen the stretch, you can start to move the hands forward a little bit. This changes the angle in the wrists, checking to make sure the wrist creases are nice and level. Rocking side to side. And then you can either stay there, or if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can start to bend the elbows, pulling the palms away from the floor. And if you weren't feeling it before, you'll definitely feel it now. Trying to increase that angle as much as you can. And then slowly peeling the hands back and giving the wrists a bit of a shake out. And then we'll go straight to the other side. So this time the palms facing down and the tops of the fingers, tops of the hands come down. And again, the closer it is, the less strain there is. You might have to kind of move your hands to get that wrist crease level. And you can also rock side to side a little bit here. And then you can stay here or move forward a little bit, rocking side to side. And again, just noticing where the sensation is the most. You'll probably notice some patterns with these 3 or 4 movements. And then slowly bringing that off, giving the hands a bit of a shake again, bring the knees back together, turn the palms to face up, shoulders roll back and the spine lengthens, and that's the end of your short little wrist release. Quick enough, easy enough to do every day.